Motivation. Those who have it are seen as gods. Those who don't have it are desperate to get it. But what is motivation? And how do we become more motivated? Well, in this video, I am going to share with you the outdated definition of motivation. I'm going to explain what motivation really is. And based on this new definition, I am going to give you 8 tips for how to be motivated. Hey there, strivers, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Jumana, and I'm an expert in self-control. I use non-traditional methods to train wildly successful alpha warrior, Zen master, ass-kicking go-getters who unapologetically live passionately satisfying lives. Now let's dive into the video. To know how to be motivated, it is first important to understand the current definition of motivation and why it should be abandoned. The online dictionary defines motivation as the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Other definitions claim that motivation is an internal process. It's a condition inside of us. So what's the problem with this picture? Well, how to be motivated, according to this view, is to change your thought patterns, to think the right sorts of thoughts, to reevaluate your goals, to reevaluate your values, to break down your big goals into smaller, more feasible and manageable goals, to remind yourself why your goals matter. Now, these strategies might be fine for somebody that has lost some of their motivation, but what about people that have absolutely no motivation? I call this motivational rock bottom, and it is a very real experience for a lot of people. People who are motivational rock bottom feel completely useless, powerless, anxious, stuck, and frustrated. They beat themselves up for not having motivation, and often self-loathing comes along with that. For these people, thinking the right thoughts just doesn't have enough juice to get them out of this rut. This type of advice is ineffective and inefficient. It just plain doesn't work. Has such advice actually ever helped you get out of a motivational rut? Let me know in the comment section down below. If this kind of advice never helped you to be more motivated, leave a poop emoji down below. So the question now becomes, how to be motivated when you're at a motivational rock bottom? The solution is to realize that the original definition of motivation is wrong because it has very little practical import and value. Motivation isn't only an internal process. Instead, motivation is both an internal and external process that comes from what I call the 4 B's: brain, body, background, and other beings. Now let me explain. Our cognition, our minds, and the way we think don't exist only in the brain. To be motivated is not just thinking the right sorts of thoughts, but it's also heavily dependent upon our bodily states, our immediate environments, and our social interactions. Now notice that I didn't say influenced, I said heavily dependent upon. You will not have proper motivation unless these necessary components of motivation are accounted for. So now that we have this different model of motivation, what kinds of strategies can be suggested to help people crawl out of a motivational rock bottom? I will explain how to be motivated by highlighting 8 external factors that matter for motivation. Number 1, what you eat. The food that you eat can literally change what is going on in your mind. Processed foods dull your brain and kill motivation. The first step for how to be more motivated is to eliminate prepackaged processed foods from your diet as much as possible and instead eat whole foods. This dietary change will subconsciously rewire your brain to be more goal-oriented, and it will bring out the natural striver inside of you. Number 2, what you put in your body. Many products that we slather on our bodies contain hormone disruptors. Your hormone system is the supreme leader of your mind. The second tip for how to be more motivated is to switch the products that you put on your body to natural and organic products. With a well functioning hormonal system, you will feel positivity and passion towards achieving your goals. Number three, your posture. Your posture affects the way you think and the way you behave. If you are at a motivational rock bottom, I am willing to bet everything that I have in this world that you spend a good chunk of your day with your shoulders slumped, your chest caved in, and your spine curved. So, the third tip for how to be more motivated is to fix your posture. Straight spine, shoulders back, chest extended forward. The more of your day you spend with proper posture, the more motivated you will be to tackle all sorts of challenges, whether big or small. Number four, breathing. Perhaps one of the most underrated strategies for how to manipulate your mind is breathing. The fourth tip for how to be more motivated is to regulate your breathing. Proper breathing regulates all your internal systems, like, for example, your heart rate or your circulation. And breathing properly has drastic effects for your mental well being. Such homeostasis in the body and mind is a breeding ground for spontaneous desire to pursue any intention that pops into your mind. Number five, what colors you see. Perceiving certain colors can change your mental state. The fifth tip for how to be more motivated is to manipulate your own mind by surrounding yourself with particular colors. If you want to be more productive in order to get work done, surround yourself with dark colors. Having the right environment will subconsciously change the focus of your mind, and it will affect all subsequent behavior. Number six, what smells you smell. Different frequencies of electrical signals in the brain correspond to different cognitive states. Smells have the power to raise or lower brain frequencies and thus affect your mental state. The sixth tip for how to be more motivated is to change your own state of mind by having certain essential oils or other sources of natural smells around you. If you want to be more productive, sniff some jasmine essential oil. If you need to go to the gym but you really don't feel like going, then smell some peppermint essential oil. Exposing yourself to certain smells is a quick and easy way to change your state of mind and increase your motivation for getting certain tasks done. Number seven, the kind of people that are around you. The people around you create certain standards of behavior. Ambitious people will, by extension, make you more ambitious, while being around lazy people will induce laziness in you. The seventh tip for how to be more motivated is to carefully pick the people that are around you, and specifically the certain times that you expose yourself to these people. Sometimes we just need to relax and have a good time, and these are the times where it's okay to hang out with the more lazy friends. But if you need to get things done, hang out with the go-getters so that their motivation can literally rub off on you. Number eight, the physical fulfillment of your relationship. Physical touch, such as hugging or kissing, has an incredible impact on our mental well-being and our attachment and willingness to exist in the real world. This allows the body and therefore the mind to unwind and relax, from a combination or the physical pleasure that we get from the sensations and the feeling of safety that we get from an emotional embrace. So, the eighth tip for how to be more motivated is to make sure that your social relationships, especially your romantic relationships, involve a lot of physical expression and stimulation. The emotional relief and release that comes from such physical interaction melts away anxiety and stress, which are the primary suppressors for an active and engaged motivational state. Well, there you have it, strivers. Those were 8 tips for how to be motivated based on a new concept in cognitive science. If you enjoyed these tips and found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and share this video with a friend who's stuck in a motivational rock bottom. Every Wednesday, I will be sharing unconventional tips and ideas for how you can train yourself to become a mega striver so that you could get things done, from your most basic tasks on your to-do list to your wildest ambitions. See you guys in the next video, and as always, strivers, keep on striving. Ciao, guys.